Dragon Age Veilguard, ladies and gentlemen. This is a video game that is on the DEI checklist. Okay. It's a story that's been going around for a while. You guys know that I have reported on Dragon Age Veilguard a few times. And by a few times, I mean a lot. I've talked about Dragon Age Veilguard for a bit. Now, if you're unaware, maybe you're new here, maybe you haven't seen my last videos, maybe you haven't seen my live streams. Dragon Age the Veilguard, the director, he's a trans person, okay? And he's one of those men who trans themselves to keep his job because he didn't want to end up like the guys who are currently unemployed at the Tales of Kinzarazal studio, right? So he trans himself, trying to pretend to be a woman, whatever the case may be. And ever since then, he's been interjecting or injecting basically DEI nonsense into all the games that he's working on, right? And right now, he's working on Dragon Age the Veilguard, and he's trying to say that the game. What did he say? The game was inherently queer, right? Dragon Age as a whole is an inherently queer franchise, essentially since inception, ultra gay franchise. So did he cut his dick off? No, because what's going to happen is when this stops being profitable, when this stops protecting his job, when trans is no longer a shield, he's going to go back to being normal, like 95% of them. That's just what it is, right? And I'm telling you, that's my conspiracy. I get it. That's my own like mindset. But I'm telling you right now, there are people in the gaming industry who are absolutely transing themselves to keep themselves safe from any form of DEI firing, cancel culture, or whatever the case may be. They're doing it and they're using it as a shield. And then eventually, once it stops working, once it stops being a fad, they're going to go back to what they were just like right away. They're only doing it to protect themselves. That it's sad, but it's fucking true. It also comes with benefits, right? So when you trans yourself, it comes with a lot of benefits. You get all the stunning and brave comments. You get all the clout, all the virtue signaling, right? You get everything. This is the only, and if you notice, most of the people transing themselves, especially in the gaming industry, I haven't really seen many black people doing it. Probably 95% of people doing it are otherwise straight white people. So it makes you wonder, why is that? Why is that happening? It's just, again, my brain starts thinking about all these things and I'm like, man, this just seems a little bit too connected, if you catch my drift. But apparently the game director confirms that inclusivity is at the heart of the game's character creator and features more pronoun nonsense. So they're going to be injecting pronouns into the game. And before people come onto my comment section, because they're going to watch this on Hypnotic Live, like, oh, you just don't like the English language? Stop. Okay. Pronouns are used as a method of description, right? It's used as a method to describe someone. It is not meant to be a title that can be held by someone. That is what is wrong with the way that you are using pronouns in today's world. You're using them as titles. Okay. You basically have fucking pronoun pins. You have titles on your chest pinned to you. All right. That's not how you use pronouns. Okay. That's not how pronouns were meant to be used. Pronouns are a description for someone. They're not titles to be made and held for someone, but that's neither here nor there. So you guys already know about this. They basically made this game into the Fortnite of Dragon Age. It says Dragon Age, the Veilguard game director, a man pretending to be a woman and calling himself Corinne Bush, confirmed that inclusivity is at the heart of the game's character creator. Now, if you read what they say, okay, they're basically trying to, I suppose, mimic or copy what do you call it? Baldur's Gate 3. They're trying to mimic or copy Baldur's Gate 3. What's up, mediocre gamer girl? How you doing? Uh they're trying to mimic it, right? And the reason they're trying to mimic it is because that particular game was a game that was very successful. A lot of people loved it, and it was still ultra woke, right? It was one of those things where it had all that nonsense, it had all that bullshit, that and the character creator was ridiculous, right? It can be used to overly sexualize everything, right? That's what they like because all the characters are safe horny, so they're allowed to overly sexualize them. This particular game, though, is not made with the same level of passion. I do not believe that this game is made with the same passion as Larian Studios. I just don't. I don't think that the people in charge of Baldur's Gate 3 were way more passionate about the game than the people who are in charge of Dragon Age Veilguard. I could just see that from looking at the interviews. I can see that from looking at the way that the directors talk and everything like that. They're not as passionate. So I don't think that this is going to end up the same way as Baldur's Gate 3. Because number one, Baldur's Gate 3 is just an inherently much better game. There's no denying that. You had way more options to do so many different things, right? Whereas Dragon Age Veilguard, I feel is going to be a little bit more linear, or a lot more linear, to be honest with you, especially if you look at the gameplay. So all this woke shit, yeah, I don't think it's going to be able to pass like it did with Baldur's Gate 3, because the gameplay is going to suck. It's just not going to be good enough to make people say, you know what? I don't, whatever. I don't really care about the stupid character creator. But let's talk about the character creator, because this is the part that Kotaku is going to love. So shout out to Listener Content. I know you're watching. As reported by Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc, the character creator allows players to choose between 4 different races: elves, Qunari, humans, and dwarves. It also allows for more detailed looks at each and the ability to choose pronouns with she, her, he, him, and they, them, separately from gender, select different body types, and more. You know what I noticed? Whenever they do the shilling for pronouns, they never go full on. And I think they're pretty damn bigoted. What's up, Co Classic Cage? How you doing? I think they're, what the fuck is safe horny? Safe horny is anything Kotaku shows for. I think they're extremely bigoted, and not in the way that we are. Because if you are going to shill for the pronouns, right? Why is it that they only do the safe 3, right? They do he, him, they do she, her, and they do they, them. They don't do the Zer. They don't do the Zim. They don't do the Fey Fair. They don't do the Frog Self. They don't do the Day Damon. They don't do what else? Fucking mushrooms. Like they don't do all the other. There's 1,000 of them. So if I'm selecting pronouns, I better see over 1,000 pronoun options in the game. Otherwise, you're lazy with your virtue signal. You're not putting in all the pronouns that have been proven to exist, right? Where's the neo pronouns? Where is it? I want to see pages upon pages of pronouns. I want to spend an hour picking my pronouns. Give me pronouns. Give me all of them. I want it and it. I want all that. Rock/mustard. Exactly, Lucky. I want all that. Stop giving me the safe pronouns. I want to be able to, or you know what? I got one even better for you. And I know why you don't do it. I know why you don't do it, because you know people are going to fucking troll you. But give me the option to enter my own pronouns. That's what I want. Okay? Give me the option to enter my own pronouns, because I'm going to identify as probably like Exodia or something. Like, give me my option to add my own pronouns, but you're not going to do it, because you know people are going to put stuff that's going to make trans people essentially melt down and self-delete when they see a potential, harming pronoun or whatever. It's fucking retarded. Exactly, Emilio. This will be my pronouns: kitten and kitten. So 100% shit and shits. I'm telling you, just give me the option. Give me the option. Fuck off. Yeah, that would be a good one. But wait, it gets better. It gets better. Here we go. You ready? Furthermore, the character creator also features full nudity because the game is a mature RPG, according to Bush. Apparently, the full nudity is needed to choose your character's undergarments. Interesting.